Welcome to Spade Death Wrestling. I'm here to address for myself Bray Wyatt's death. I know every pro wrestling fan is really coping with it, and it's really fucking sad that he lost a great career in the history of pro wrestling. This is just beyond imaginable. It's beyond like Eddie imaginable. Like Eddie Guerrero, he passed away out of nowhere. Obviously, I didn't know Eddie as much as I knew Bray. Bray was, you can say he was my Eddie, kind of. People get that statement of Bray and Eddie, Eddie Guerrero passing away same time, and Bray Wyatt passing away the same time. Kind of like shocking, both very shocking. I'll say something about Eddie. Back then, people really didn't, have Twitter. Like, Twitter didn't exist. You didn't have really big social media, apps or the stuff that you could discuss it on. Eddie said, "How could you discuss Eddie's death? You cannot go back and watch these matches." But now, obviously, you can. So, and you can more. You can also talk with. That's nothing wrong about that. To me, Bray Wyatt was one of my favorite creative mind wrestlers, or whatever you want to say. He was ineffectual. He was the face of fear. His match with Taker as a kid, watching that was. You probably can guess my age. I don't know what I'm saying, but I grew up watching Bray Wyatt. Let me tell you that. So I've had a lot of moments, just times that I was scared of him, times that I was happy that he won something and succeeded. We can go back to when he debuted in 2013. I was a little kid back then watching him destroy Kane. Something special I saw. The stuff with Bryan Danielson was incredibly unreal. So fucking good. Then he had a great rivalry with Cena at WrestleMania 30, which in my opinion Bray should have won. We're not going to talk about that, but that's where it became, he's got the whole world in his hands. We got that catchphrase coming in, and he was so getting love from everybody, and he was so popular, so over, and his match with Cena was something I can say, but again, I hope he would have won that, but we're not here to talk about that. So he had these moments, and then he had a feud with the Shield as well, and that feud as Wyatt family versus the Shield. That feud was so damn good too. Shield was already elevated. That feud kind of elevated the Wyatt family and Bray Wyatt more in general. Bray Wyatt had such good matches. It was interesting at some times, and when he won the WWE Championship, I was so happy for him. It was like when he went off, he had a great tag team run with Matt Hardy, in my opinion, in 2018, 5 years ago. And then he went on his hiatus, came back as the Fiend after Mania. Actually came back as this Mr. Rogers type character, this child-friendly guy, and then it's like socialist psychopath. And the way he created the character was incredibly genius. I was like, oh my god, he just brought so much intrigue back into WWE in 2019. Because we were having All In at that time, and having like AEW coming in. So it was interesting to see a very clown horror villain in a PG wrestling show. And it all started going good from that onwards, in my opinion. until they messed him up a bit, until Seth Rollins, we're not going to talk about it. The momentum was perfectly fine. Everything they did was perfect with him. The Fiend was a great character. It was like everything he did in the Firefly Funhouse matches, and he didn't do the Firefly Funhouse matches. I mean, like he did the Firefly Funhouse one match. Obviously, we're gonna talk about it later. We're talking about 2019. He won the title. He feuded with Daniel Bryan, who, you know, just became a face or something. I don't know what was that going on, but that he had a great strap match with him, and there's just so much stuff here that Bray did, and he made these memories in my heart. Like, these memories are gonna be in my heart forever. That, like, there's a lot of stuff I love in wrestling that's Bray Wyatt. He is one of them for sure. The Fiend was just a genius thing he made. I'm not gonna blame WWE any, like, I won't say, because we're here to mourn about Bray Wyatt. Instead, we're not here to talk about his, his world of the Fiend and whatever, and how WWE fucked him up in creative, and didn't let him run through it. But just I'm just happy we got to see the Fiend, and it was an incredible time to see the Fiend. It was just, oh my god, it was so beautiful. His match with Finn Balor, starting the Fiend, sending him to NXT, like everything the Fiend did was incredible. And he played the character with Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt. He played it so well, and Slash with a Mr. Rogers' Children type character he played too. Then he had a feud with Cena leading up to Mania. Had a match with him, a Firefly Funhouse match, the best cinematic match. I don't care what anybody says. People say it's Taker and Styles, but in my opinion, the Fiend and John Cena had a great match. It elevated Bray Wyatt to the height. Again, pandemic started. We're kind of scared of what's gonna happen with pro wrestling at that time, and then the Fiend kind of got lost in the shuffle. He had matches with Braun, and there's some things I can say about those matches. Interesting. All I can say. A swamp fight bringing to their origin. I'll say something. It was an origin. It was all together in moment that they brought in the swamp, where the worlds came. So I like that callback they did with Braun and Grim. Match was fine. Roman returned. Bray got lost in the shuffle. Was sent to Raw, and then on Raw he won the title again. So even when he was sent to Raw, he was a 3-time world champion. In my opinion, that's a big caliber of guys you see, like Shawn Michaels, like 3-time world champion. I thought he's gonna get on Raw was a big decision. It was sent to Raw, didn't do that much until he faced Randy. Some segments were pretty good, sometimes were alright, I don't know. And then he got burned by Randy, the Fiend. Got reborn at WrestleMania, came back. Firefly Funhouse brought it back after WrestleMania, and that was the last time we saw him. And they got released in 2021, which was also one of the most shocking things you could ever imagine. Bray Wyatt getting released. Couldn't imagine it. And then he came back when Triple H brought back the best of all released misused whatever talents you can say in a way. He was not one of those misused talents, but still, he was used pretty well with Vince McMahon, in my opinion. Still, a dude got to be a 3-time world champion. That's something to say. And everything he did was just incredible. He came back, he cut this beautiful promo that I'll play and might tear you guys up, but he had this great thing about him, like, and then he had a feud with LA Knight. The match at the Rumble, Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, was whatever I can say about it. It was interesting. It was kind of freaky, and it was pretty cool. I I took it from another aspect, and I kind of enjoyed it. I just took it from an aspect that it's so fun to see the guy that I grew up watching. He's back on television, and finally he's doing this. The like his creative mind and everything is doing the Pitch Black. It was interesting. There are critics who will effing hate on him, but I enjoyed it at least. So I don't know what else. Then he had a feud coming with Brock, changed to Bobby. The program was setting up, left. We knew there was an illness coming in, and then when the illness, and 2 weeks before his death, or I think near 2 weeks before his death, we heard about a serious, deadly illness, and as the reports were coming out, didn't think much of it, but when he passed away, dude, it was just shocking. What I can say is that all of us pro wrestling fans and our wrestling community, or whoever, all the wrestling communities out there, should go all together in and just talk about him, mourn. You can grieve together, because you have these wrestling subreddits, wrestling YouTube communities, wrestling Twitch communities, wrestling Facebook communities, Instagram communities, wrestling Twitter communities, obviously. So you got all that stuff, and you can do that. You can go watch all his matches back, all the moments that you enjoyed. My favorite moment of Bray Wyatt, if it would be, I think it's the one where the Eater of Worlds. This is my favorite channel. The Eater World, when he was like, the whole crowd is singing. He's got the whole, and Cena's like, spooked, and oh my god, that was Chef's Kiss. That was that's my favorite moment of Bray Wyatt. Comes into my head right away. I hope that he's settling in heaven. Again, miss you, Bray. Thank you for making my childhood iconic. Anyways, I got some stuff coming up. That is a Roman Reigns video, a All In just happened, I think. Yeah, All In. I'm gonna talk about All In. Maybe that's gonna be a live podcast or something, I don't know. And then I got some things to talk about. The worst Raw of all time. Luckily, Bray Wyatt's not on that show, so, thank God. Anyways, I hope you're all grieving this time of Bray Wyatt, and I hope you all have fun. We all hope we remember the best of him. Because that he was what he was. He was the best. He was the best. He was the best creative mind in pro wrestling. And even if you go to entertainment, even if you would go to Hollywood, he would become that. It's a sad time, but I have to go. Alright. Peace.